So now it's really time to leave the moth test.js file. We tested this add function a lot. And of course, in reality, maybe you don't need that many tests, especially if you're working on a project on your own. But this course is about testing, so of course I want to be thorough and teach you many different aspects of testing. But now it's time to leave this function and we can turn to the other units or other functions we have. Now we have some functions that are a bit more tricky, for example, extract numbers. Even though it might not look like this, but it has some tricky elements because we're receiving a form data object, which is based on some object that's built into the browser, which should have a get method. And we'll have to learn something new to test this. But in numbers and validation, we get some simpler functions. Actually, in numbers, this function might even be too simple. All it does is it transforms a non-number value to a numeric value. You might not really need a dedicated function for this, but I was very granular in this project here, at least in some parts of it, because I want to give you plenty of opportunities for practicing. And indeed, that's the next thing I do recommend that you do. Practice what you learned. Take this super simple function here, transform to number, and add some tests for this function. Now don't overdo it. Don't get too complicated. Just add 1 or 2 or 3 tests and think about the different things you might want to test about this function. Try it on your own. In the next lecture, I will show you some tests I came up with.